time, it's become more and more common, as many of us in the room know, to interview everybody. And especially if you're a public institution and you're from a museum, reflecting the stories of the people that are in your communities or people whose stories are represented at your site, it just makes sense to reach out and capture stories that perhaps haven't made it into sort of what is the so-called big man theory of history. I'm part of this badging trial group for the AAM conference that Elizabeth Merritt has set up. So I've set up a list for people who are also part of that group.
It was sort of, we wanted to collaborate with somebody with a built-in audience because we were starting from scratch. We had no audience, we didn't have an email list or anything like that. So we found that we wanted to work with somebody who had an audience.
So we're trying to create opportunities for social experiences within a context of the museum, and that also that it changes a lot. So our program is every Friday night, so every week we have free galleries, we have a DJ, we have concerts and films, and it's we host groups. It's every Friday, so kind of creating that social ritual, and that it does shift and change.
There's got to be a way to avoid some of the mistakes that these other
You can definitely test out, I think, testing out components of it, or maybe even ideas of the exhibition before they get turned into a full exhibition, or ways to go about it.
One of the challenges, I think, for educators is that it's difficult for people who are not comfortable with games as a subject matter in and of themselves to think about what makes a game fun to play, what makes a game a good game, and how can we use the components that make a good game to teach whatever content it is that we're trying to teach.
Dine and leave, it's your kind.